Prime Minister welcomes passage of farm bills in Lok Sabha.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi hailed the passing of the two farm-related bills in Lok Sabha as historic. He said the agrarian reform bills are of utmost importance for the farmers and agriculture sector of the country. The Prime Minister said, the Farmers' Produce Trade and Commerce Bill, 2020 and the Farmers' Agreement on Price Assurance and Farm Services Bill, 2020 will truly free the farmers from middlemen and all obstacles. He said, these agrarian reforms will provide new opportunities to farmers to sell their produce, which will increase their profits. Mr. Modi asserted that these legislations will empower farmers in the country and will ensure that they get the benefit of modern technology. He said, various powers are engaged in confusing the farmers regarding the provisions of the new legislation. Mr. Modi assured farmers that the system of MSP and government procurement will continue as before.
COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 78.86%.
The country is on the 17th of September 2020, registered the single-day recoveries of 87,472 COVID patients. The Health Ministry said the recovery rate of COVID-19 has further improved to 78.86%. The Health Ministry said, the total number of recoveries has reached over 41,12,000. The constantly increasing recoveries have ensured that the actual caseload of the country is reduced and currently comprises only 19.52% of the total positive cases. Presently, the total number of active cases in the country is 10,17,000.
India committed to resolve current border issue with China.
Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has said that India is committed to resolve the current border issue with China through a fair and peaceful manner, and at the same time the country is also prepared to deal with all contingencies. He said, China is trying to change the status quo at the line of actual control, which is unacceptable to India at any condition. The Defense Minister was making a statement in the Rajya Sabha on the development on border in Ladakh region. Mr. Singh said, the current situation is very different both in terms of scale of troops involved and number of friction points. He said, conduct of Indian forces throughout the standoff shows that while they maintained patience in face of provocative actions, they also equally displayed valor when required to protect territorial integrity of the country. The Defense Minister added that Chinese actions reflect a disregard to various bilateral agreements, and amassing of the troops by China goes against the 1993 and 1996 agreements. Mr. Singh said, China, in the last many decades undertook significant infrastructure construction activity to enhance their deployment capabilities in the border areas. The minister added that Indian government has doubled the budget for border infrastructure development. He said, China continues to be in illegal occupation of around 38,000 square kilometers in Ladakh, and Pakistan illegally ceded 5,180 square kilometers of Indian territory in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir to China. Mr. Singh said, border issues are a complex matter and both India and China have accepted that peace is essential for bilateral ties.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has dedicated the historic Kosi Rail Mahastu to the nation.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has dedicated the historic Kosi Rail Mahastu mega bridge to the nation through video conference on the 18th of September 2020. He also inaugurated 12 rail projects related to passenger facilities to benefit the people of Bihar. Chief Minister Nitish Kumar was also present on the occasion. The 1.9 kilometers long Kosi mega bridge has been completed at a total cost of 516 crore rupees. With the construction of the bridge, the rail distance between Nirmali and Saraigad would come down from the present 298 kilometers to 22 kilometers. The project was completed during the COVID pandemic, where the migrant laborers also participated. The dedication of this project will fulfill the 86-year-old dream and the long wait of the people of the region.
Centre approves changes in FDI in defence sector.
The Union Government has approved the amendment in foreign direct investment policy in defence sector. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal has said that for new licensees, FDI is allowed up to 74% through automatic route and beyond 74% to be permitted through government route. For existing licensees, infusion of fresh foreign investment up to 49% can be done by making declaration of change or transfer within 30 days. Mr. Goyal said, this will enhance ease of doing business and contribute to growth of investment, income and employment. He said, foreign investments in the defense sector shall be subject to scrutiny on grounds of national security.
Narendra Singh Tomar gets additional charge of food processing.
President Ramnath Kovind has accepted the resignation of SMT. Harsimrat Kaur Badal from the Union Council of Ministers. A press communique issued by Rashtrapati Bhavan said, Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar has been assigned the charge of the Ministry of Food Processing Industries in addition to his existing portfolios.
Mumbai-Ahmedabad bullet train corridor to create 90,000 jobs.
Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed rail project, popularly known as bullet train, will create more than 90,000 direct and indirect jobs during the construction phase. The spokesperson of National High-Speed Rail Corporation Limited NHSRCL Sushma Gaur said this in a press release. NHSRCL has been incorporated to finance, construct, maintain and manage the high-speed rail corridor. 51,000 technicians, skilled and unskilled workforce will be required for various construction-related activities. NHSRCL is exploring possibilities for providing training to unskilled laborers in various construction-related disciplines.
India's trade deficit with China declines.
India's trade deficit with China has declined during the last 5 months. It has declined from $22.8 billion in April to August 2019 to 2020 to $12.6 billion in the same period in the current financial year. This was stated by the Commerce and Industry Minister, Shri Piyush Goyal, in a written reply in the Rajya Sabha. The minister also informed that India's trade deficit has declined from $73.3 billion in April to August 2019-2020 to $20.7 billion in the same period in the present financial year.
COVID-19 vaccine free for US citizens.
Trump administration has unveiled its COVID-19 vaccine delivery plan, which entails administering the drug to all US citizens free of charge. US government believes a COVID-19 vaccine will be available as soon as January, and the distribution plans are outlined in 2 documents released by the US Department of Health and Human Services and the US Department of Defense. Trump administration plans on delivering a safe and effective COVID-19 vaccine to multiple sites with no cost for the providers and no out-of-pocket charge for the recipient. In a statement, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar said that there may be limited availability of the vaccine in the initial stages, and in such an event, frontline workers and essential workers will be given priority.
Yoshihide Suga sworn in as Japan's new Prime Minister.
Yoshihide Suga has been sworn in as new Prime Minister of Japan. Emperor of Japan Naruhito ceremonially endorsed Suga at the Imperial Palace in line with constitutional requirements. The 71-year-old veteran politician succeeded Shinzo Abe, who resigned due to health issues. The new Prime Minister also formed a cabinet retaining Finance Minister Taro Aso, Foreign Minister Toshimitsu Motegi and Environment Minister Shinjiro Koizumi. Of the cabinet's 20 members, 15 had ministerial portfolios in the previous administration.
Kiren Rijiju lays foundation stones for various sports facilities in Leh.
Union Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Kiren Rijiju has laid the foundation stone for various sports facilities at the cost of over 12 crore rupees in Leh on the 14th of September 2020. This includes for a synthetic track and AstroTurf for football in Leh at an open stadium. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Kiren Rijiju said that under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi, the union government is inculcating a sporting culture in the country, which in turn keeps the people healthy and fit. Mr. Rijiju suggested Ladakh UT administration to constitute awards and incentives like jobs for local sportspersons to encourage them to excel in the sporting field. He also asked the ice hockey associations across the country to come together to get recognition for the sport, by following the laid-down procedures. Mr. Kiren Rijiju announced relaxations for sports infrastructure and development in Ladakh. He said sportspersons excelled in local events would get training in 23 centers of excellence across the country, depending on their sporting disciplines. Speaking on the occasion, Ladakh Lieutenant Governor R.K. Mathur appealed to the sports minister to tap the potential in Ladakh for sports development. As part of a month-and-a-half-long Fit India Freedom Run from the 15th of August to the 2nd of October, the sports minister personally participated in cyclothon earlier in the day along with MP Jimyang Namgyal and local cyclists.